And we're live. Looks like everything's working here. We are having a down day for the last day here in the markets. I just got funded on my Top Step account. Today's my actual first day of being funded. I got funded in 5 days. So here we are. I've been trading futures. I might be doing a little bit more futures going into next year. That's uh, maybe what I'll be doing as well. I'm also, hey, Ivan, how's it going, bro? How's it going? So I started trading futures. I think today we're gonna have a sell-off, and on this account right now, I'm trading ES micros. I'm up at the moment about $1,100 trading on a funded account. Um, so I'm trading on Top Step, and I have a stop loss of $200 profit for the day. But I think we're gonna continue to sell off today. So just checking out what's going on here. I'm at home. We're the holidays, so I thought it'd be fun just to go on live and yeah, just check out what's going on in the action. On my regular trading account, I'm up $400 on the day, so not too shabby. Year to date on this account, I'm up 18%, so doing okay. I started a retirement account, and on my retirement account, if we look at my all, I'm up on this account 123%. So doing pretty decent on my retirement account. I'm up 12 grand this year on my retirement account, up 127%. And on my regular account, I did pretty average on this account year to date. I'm up right now around 19%. And this is basically, we're having a sell off. I think we're having a year end sell off today. I think we do go into my moving average here. I think we're going to continue to sell off, and we'll see what happens. So on my futures account, trading futures with Top Step, it's a prop firm. So basically, I pass their test to get funded, and I trade for them. And basically, I split the profits. Whatever I make with Top Step, they are going to give me 50% of my winnings. So we'll see how that goes. Might be doing more futures in the for 2026. We'll see how that happens. I am fairly busy with a regular full-time job, but we'll see what I can do. I also trade a lot of this on my phone, so I'm able to do that. But yeah, so how's it going with you guys? How's it going? How's the new year going? And on this one, I already set my stop take profit, my stop loss here at $200. So even if this doesn't continue to sell off, I'm guaranteeing $200 profit. I'm actually going to lower this to 300. Let me see here. I'll do 250, a little bit here. But I do feel like we're going to sell off today. I think the selling off continues, and we might go towards this moving average here. We'll see how it pans out. So we're having a red day for the last day, 2 day in the markets. I think the sell-off continues at least to my moving average, so I'm holding steady here. I am pretty short today across my account. I have a lot of shorts that expire today, so I'm pretty much going that route. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, another 4. This is 8. Oh, this is 4. About 4 positions going short here. Oh, another 4 here, 8. And then these are some calls I bought. So I have 8 positions. Well, actually 4 positions. Well, multiple contracts. 8 contracts total going short for the day. And I'm basically just in it to sell. I'm just in it for this sell-off. If we do hit this moving average here, I will be selling off here, and closing those positions. I do think that we go long going into next year, but I think we're just doing some profit taking today, just normal sell off, nothing too aggressive. I think we might see like a 0.5% sell off. I believe we're already down about 27%. And basically, this is my chart that I predicted on the technical analysis. The pullback after the Fed cut happened, and then we had a rally. So my sell-off didn't happen as aggressive. The moves happened a lot faster than I predicted. So I predicted here that we're going to sell off to this point up until this is December 25th, and then from December 25th going to January 16th. This is January 13th. We're going to rally going towards 7,000, but the pullback was a little short here, and now we're rallying aggressively going towards 7,000. But for today, I do feel like the sell-off is going to be slow, and we're going to get close to this moving average. And that's basically how I'm positioned today. We see that we broke the low here on the futures. We just broke it just now. And I believe we're going to continue to sell off here. Maybe I could lock in maybe 2 to 3K. Maybe not. Worst case scenario, I lock in 250. So that's where I'm at with my Top Step trading account. And we'll see how this pans out. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm basically trading the SPY all across. I trade SPX and I trade micros and futures. So basically that's where I'm at. And I might be doing a lot more futures trading 2026 here. We'll see how it goes. This year was a profitable year. Some decent gains, nothing too crazy. I think I'm going to outperform the market on my main account. We'll see how it goes at the end of the day. But I definitely outperformed it on my retirement account. That is guaranteed. I'm already in about 100% returns on that account. So retirement account is totally working out. I trade it more cautiously, so maybe that's why those gains come. Year to date on my Roth IRA that I just started, we're here at 127% year to date, and I'm holding 19,000 in buying power. So there's no way that I'm gonna blow this up before the end of today. So I'm definitely looking pretty good on this account. On my main account, I'm a little bit more aggressive, and it shows on the returns. It doesn't pay off being aggressive. I'm only up 19% as opposed to my retirement account being up 100%. So over trading and being aggressive, touching your positions is actually not a good thing. Got to be a little bit more patient. And I just started my Top Step 5 days ago. I just got funded. I have a 50K Express account. So working on the 50K Express account, and today is my first official trading day on Top Step. So I do see, if we look at SPX, I do see this selling off going towards 68.57. And the way that I'm trading this on Top Step, I have a stop loss up here just in case if we get an aggressive reversal. I'm giving this the breathing room to run for the day. I want this to be a runner today, for that end of the year profit taking. And then I think once the new year starts, we're gonna have a normal day where markets are going to rally. And I think they're gonna rally maybe not as much on Friday. People are going to be a little sluggish from the New Year's, but I think starting Monday next week, it's going to be pretty aggressively bullish based on the macroeconomics and just of overall the positioning, the options positioning. So we're making new lows of the days here, and I'm pretty much just chilling here. I have my stop loss up there at 250. I can probably do a trailing stop loss so I can secure some gains, but at 250, I think today we're gonna have at least like a 0.5% to close to 1% of a sell-off. We're down 30% already, so we're 0.30. Sorry, we're 0.30% selling off. I think we're gonna be doing 0.50% to a full percent sell-off today, and it's just gonna slowly melt down. That's what I see in the market, and it's panning out as is. It's panning out as is. Year to date, I'm 19 here. Let's see how I'm doing for today. $500, not too bad. And let me see my retirement account. I'm actually down a little bit on my retirement account today. No biggie. And the sell-off continues. It's going to be a slow sell-off here, and I'm basically just writing it out. There's not much to do. I'm already in my positions. I'm not here to make any adjustments other than my stop loss on my Top Step account. I might just do a trailing stop where I just follow to make sure to secure some gains, but I might go down there, and as the sell-off continues, I might follow it a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. I think today's a big day, and I want to make sure I capture this move, this down move. So I'm looking at SPX. This is futures, and this is SPX, but basically they move the same. So here we are, nice and easy. Just a slow meltdown for the year end. We already had the Santa Claus rally last week. And if we look at the Santa Claus rally, it happened. It was let's measure this. From this low to the top, it was about 3.3% rally. That's decent, especially if you're playing the options. That's a nice rally. 3.3%. And this week, we're seeing the pullback. Just some profit taking. This is normal. Markets are not melting. Markets are not crashing. This is just normal profit taking. Something that's nice and easy. So here we go. Today, I'm up 590 on my main account as we continue to sell off. So basically on my Top Step account, there's not much for me to do. I only have one contract. I'm gonna leave it at that. Maybe bring it in a little bit to 400 just to lock in some gains if we get a massive reversal, which I don't see happening, and just give it some breathing room here to continue to sell off. I want to lock in today on my Top Step account, maybe 2K potentially. I did some trade overnight. I did put some trades on overnight, and I took a $300 loss. That's what you see up here. Took a $300 loss, but at the open, I repositioned myself as the market's open. I continue to short it, and this is where we're at. So I'm guaranteeing myself $400 here, and today's one of those days where you let your runners go. So I think today, if you're short, you pretty much just wait towards the end of the close. I'm probably looking at taking some profit, maybe the last hour or maybe the last 2 hours of the market. I believe today's a normal trading day, so we'll see how that pans out. So just got funded today. Today's my first full trading day on Top Step, and already crushing it on this short. Up 12.75 on the position, but I took a small hit earlier this morning, $300 loss overnight. I had left a position overnight with the stop loss, got stopped out, not a big deal. And markets reopened, and I reshorted it, and fortunately it's working out. And these are the type of days where you just you have your positions, and you basically just you sit on your hands, and you don't do any movement, and you let the market do what it's gonna do. All right, we're continuing seeing this sell-off. right, 683, 595. There we go. Let's see what's going on over here on the retirement account. I have quite a few calls, so that is why I'm not making much over here on my retirement account, but that's fine. I'm gonna be buying some more calls as well towards the end of the day. So yeah, so these are down my calls for next year, for next week, but that's fine. All my puts for this week are um, panning out as they should. So definitely I'm short SPX, XSP, and I'm long SQQ, which is short Qs. And basically not working out as well because of all these calls that I have for next week. But short term, this week I'm short. Going into next year, I'm long. So at the end of today, once I cash out some of these positions, I'm going to start buying more calls, maybe a different strike, or maybe I go TQQ just to get a little leverage. We'll see how that goes. The sell-off continues as predicted, and it's going to be a slow sell-off. It's going to be a slow sell-off. My account is now up at 1487, and I'm just chilling. Now that I have this space here, I'm gonna bring it down to 500 just in case if we get an aggressive stop run or something, or like an aggressive pullback at some point. I'm securing $500, which I don't think it comes back, to be honest. But you never know. The markets are pretty wild. I think it's the end of the year, and people are definitely selling some of their positions from that Santa Claus rally. They continue to lock in some profits. So today I'm just basically short. Just going short here, just letting the markets do what they do. And today's, like I mentioned earlier, one of those days where you just let your runners go. Today I'm just letting my runners go here. I'm just gonna probably follow it with the stop loss, just to secure that. But yeah, not much for me to do. Let me go back here to my main account. I also, maybe my numbers look a little skewed here. I also withdrew about 10K. So I should have been right now around 38K. I withdrew 10K yesterday. So, yeah, I guess for the end of the year for myself. So that's why my account is down to 28. But if you see my performance is there. As of now, year to date, now I'm at 22%. Let's compare that to the SPX. Or the SPY. So I'm up around 20%. Year to date on the SPY, we're looking at 16%. So I'm definitely outperforming the market today. Or the year, obviously. Today's the last day. All right, back to, here we are, back to the positions. And yeah, sell-off is continuing just as predicted here. And I think we still honor my technical analysis here. We're going to see the rally continue next week. We're going to bounce. So today's a sell-off day. Today, I'm probably going to switch and go bullish at the end of the day. I'm just going to let the markets do what they do. Yeah, it's working out pretty much as it should. Top step over here. My position's up 1,500 over here, and I'm just going to chill. I want today to really give me some big gains, and I'm gonna let it run. These are the big days that I allow my position to run to really, make a difference on my returns. So far, so good. Things are working out here. We'll see how many points we go down today. Let's see. SPX is down. Today it is down. High, low. What is this? 25 points? The high is 901. The low is 68. Oh, we're minus 25 points from yesterday. No, it's about right. 25, 70, 95. Yeah, from 901, this is about 31 points on the day from the high and the low. And we're minus 26 points from yesterday. So I do think we are going to sell off here. We're probably going to sell off, I want to say 0.5% to 1%, not sure, somewhere around that range. I do think we touched this moving average. This is a 20-day moving average. So it might be a good time to take some profit at this area once it reaches there. Let me see where we're at here on the futures. Yeah, I think this is just slow sell-off. It's just a meltdown. Control. This is control selling here. Profit taking. Just consistent. Nice and easy. And you might have some green candles in between. This is a 15-minute chart. But overall, I think the trend continues lower. It's still very early. And today's a full day. So, I mean, the markets are only open, have been open an hour and a half. So, not much trading going on. Just nice and easy here. And if we have an aggressive pullback, I'm going to secure at this point at least $500. And I'm letting this position develop. I'm letting my runners go at this point. So the sell-off continues, and I do see it coming here to the moving average. It's controlled. If we look at my futures account, I shorted right at the open. This position, it's only one contract. I'm up around 1,400 at the moment. I have my stop loss at 500, and here's my regular investing account year to date. And you know, the returns year to date look a little bit odd because I started doing prediction markets, so that kind of skewed my curve, my gains curve. It looks very odd. I didn't just like make a massive move here. I don't know why. This was what, yesterday, day before, or maybe because I withdrew some money. I don't understand. No, that doesn't make any sense. But this is because of the prediction markets. But year to date, I'm up 20%, and I'll take that. I'll take that any day of the week. And the controlled sell-off continues here. We're basically just watching paint dry at this point. And I'm happy I'm going into the year with a funded Top Step account. Looking very well. Looking very well going into it. Might be doing a little bit more futures trading here. Just normal profit taking before the end of the year here. Welcome, guys. What are you guys up to today, New Year's Eve? Any big plans? Anything going on here? So we're seeing a small green candle here. I don't think it surpasses the previous red candle, so it's just a little bounce. I think it's going to continue to sell off. It's just controlled sell off. So basically, just sit on your hands at this moment. It's still very early on. Nothing too scary as of yet. Nice and easy. I just do one contract at a time. No need to double down. One is risk tolerant. I can control one contract easily without stressing. Just one at a time. Just base hits here, guys. Today I'm going for the home run, but most of the time it's just a base hit. Let me know if you guys have any questions. So we are basically just chilling. And I'm looking to getting out towards the end of the day. So I might just be chilling here for a while. Typically at the end of the day on a sell-off or a massive bullish rally, at the end of the day there's profit taking on either side, so you get a pullback. So I don't want to stick around for that. I just want to get the meat of the move. So the sell-off continues, and now I'm absolutely securing $500 on this sell-off. So looking pretty good here. I'm looking for a further down move here. A few more points. Just depending how this goes, maybe I'm thinking I can probably lock in 2K today. Who knows? Maybe even 3. I don't know. I'm just going to basically wait a few hours before the end of the close. And I'm going to let this do whatever it wants to do. Definitely feel like shorting it again with another contract, but I need to chill. Okay, let's see what's going on. Here we are. We're down 0.36% from yesterday. I think we're going to go down at least 0.5% to a full percent. Somewhere around here, around this moving average here. This is a 20-day simple moving average. We're at 20 year to date, 20%. Pretty decent. Nothing explosive, but definitely looking forward to trading futures here to see how this goes. I tried trading futures several years ago, but since then I've come a long way. So now, basically, this is where I'm at with the futures. I think I have a grasp of the movement, but we'll see. We'll see day to day how it pans out. I got funded in 5 days on this account. Just recently opened it, got funded in 5 days, and today's my first trading day. Very exciting here. First trading day on a market sell-off. There we go. Let's enlarge this a little bit. Here we are. Zoom out a little bit. Okay, that looks pretty decent. Pretty much a chill day today. It's pretty much a chill day today. It's the type of day where you just put your positions and you let them develop. Nice and easy here, nice and easy. So we're about going into almost 2 hours into the open, so it's still plenty of day. I feel like selling another one, honestly. This is just too easy. I just sold another one. Yeah, I'll bring this down this way. We'll see how this goes. One contract normally is enough, but I don't know. It's just very controlled. Nothing scary. And today, since it is the last day of the year, it's probably the volume. It's low volume, so the moves are pretty not very violent or aggressive at the moment. So now I don't have much of a breathing room now for a pullback, but we'll see. We'll see how this pans out. It's just moving too easy. Now, if I was closer towards the end of the day, I wouldn't have done that. But there's still plenty of day left. And these are 15-minute candles, so we're looking at 4 more minutes for this candle to finalize. I wish every day was like this. Very slow moving, easy directional. So what we're seeing here, pre-market, it sold off, almost giving you an indicator that we're gonna go down, but it rallied right before the open, and it opened somewhere around here. It opened somewhere around here. And then it started to just melt away. But we'll see. None of these green candles have even come close to surpass the previous candles, so that's a good sell-off sign. If this one starts getting to like the height of this candle, that's a little concerning. We have 2 more minutes for this candle to finalize. But basically doubling down here, but I just made that wiggle room shorter. But if the sell-off continues, the controlled sell-off continues, the returns could be pretty massive. And again, I'm already securing $400 at least. And I'm giving it that breathing room. Still very early on the day, so this is why I took the shot. It's like watching paint dry at this moment. What's interesting, going into Christmas Eve, it was a controlled buying. It was very predictable, just like how it's selling off slowly right now. Last week, going into Christmas, it was a controlled buying, which was very interesting. It was moving exactly how this is moving, but to the upside. So we're basically just, yeah, taking a look here. There's not much for me to do. Other than this, I'm not going to play with it. I'm not going to play with this. I want this candle to close and I want the next candle to develop. Hopefully we have another red candle coming after for the pattern to continue. Just for a little bit more confidence. So here's the new 15-minute candle. And it's looking a little green here. Looking a little green. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out within the next 15 minutes. So this is the first candle that's kind of showing a little bit of strength. We'll see how it follows through. We'll see if there's a wick here, like a big wick, and finishing red. We definitely want this candle to make lower lows from the previous candle. There we go. Now we're going red. It could also stall around this area for about an hour, maybe even 2 hours, before continuing lower. Volume is low today, so we're not seeing any violent moves as of now. And we're going into, I guess, lunch break. Most people go into their break, so these moves might not be as aggressive the next hour or two. But who knows? Things always change. First day of being funded, being a little aggressive. Small candles are also good. And here we go. We see a little wick there. We're seeing some weakness. Not much volume. Not much volume, guys. I actually kind of like it. So we're just 3 minutes into the new candle. These are 15-minute candles. We're seeing some buying. We're seeing some buying here. let's take a look at the technicals. We are getting closer to that moving average. And there's a potential bounce there at the moving average. Once again, this is SPX and the other one's ES futures. It's not the same, but uh, I do a lot of my technicals and trades based on SPX on this one, which they move similarly. So we are seeing a slight pullback for the first time on this sell-off. We're 5 minutes into this candle, so we'll see how it develops in the next 10 minutes. As long as it stays below the body of that red candle, we're looking good. The moment there's a candle closing above that, could be a slight reversal or chop. But we're just looking into it closing below that red candle. I do feel that it's going to continue to sell off. Even if it does rally back and stop me out, I think the sell-off continues. Yeah, so basically that's pretty much what the markets are doing. I do see it coming down to this area. Let me take a measurement here. It's probably like 0.5% sell-off that we're gonna have today. Yeah, it's about 0.58%. So I do see that happening. I do see us reaching these areas, just normal profit taking before the end of the year, and basically where I see these things going. I do have my stop loss here, and it's been very controlled sell off. It's kind of low volume, so we're not getting any violent moves, which is great, which makes this super easy. So it's totally working out. Today's my first day being funded on Top Step. I did the combine, got funded in 5 days, so that was pretty smooth. And I think it happened because, again, volume's a little low, and it's the year-end holidays, and it was very predictable to some degree. But yeah, so we're looking good here. We're 7 minutes into this 15-minute candle. We're seeing a nice wick there. As long as this candle body doesn't surpasses that red candle, I'll be fine. But there's not much management to do here. I'm just pretty much looking at paint dry. There's not much for me to do. I trade the bigger time frames. I don't trade 5 minutes or ticks or points. I don't trade any of that when it comes to futures. I just treat it like I trade my normal options and stocks. So I typically like bigger time frames, like the 15-minute. I think 15-minute time frame has that nice balance of bigger moves and better risk reward if read right, and that's where I feel more comfortable. So you don't get chopped away or scared away. You stick to your strategy and just look at the overall picture. So it's still very early on. We're basically 2 hours into the market open, and I think this sell-off continues towards the end of the day. Just people taking profits. For the year end, we had a Santa Claus rally last week, and this week it's just a little bit of profit taking. We're seeing a minor pullback. Thinking we're gonna at least hit this 20-day moving average. We had about a 3.5 Santa Claus rally last week, and then we're having that pullback this week, profit taking, and then just like how my chart is designed here, starting next week or Friday, potentially Friday might be another low volume day, but definitely starting Monday next week, I think we're going to see a nice rally going into next month expiration, January 16. I have here about January 13th rally here, and I'm looking at hitting 7,000 on SPX and that's where I see this market moving short term. We're gonna make new all-time highs in the next 2 weeks. That's kind of where I see the market moving, and then I'll start plotting a new direction based on what I see the market doing. I'll start plotting where we might go. For now, I could just, based on the market and options market, this is as far as I can see for now. We're a 7,000 point rally, or touching 7,000 on SPX. Okay, we're back here 10 minutes into this candle. It's looking very strong. So if it does close above this, it's likely going to stop me out. So hopefully, I don't mind a big wick. I don't mind it rallying up there. I just don't want it closing above this candle. So now I'm just still chilling here. So for sure today I'm going to secure at least $400. That's what it's looking like. I doubled down, so then I cut that breathing room short. Shouldn't have done that, but it is what it is. It was just moving way too slow, and now we're here in the pullback. We're going to give it 5 more minutes to see where this goes. Again, volume is low today, so super small moves, predictable moves. ES, the SPX has only moved fractions of a percent, so just normal activity, nothing too exciting today. This candle's going to close in the next 4 minutes, so we'll see how it goes. We'll see how that develops, and we'll see if the next candle reverses. But this candle is definitely looking pretty strong, the strongest from all the other ones since this sell-off. So it could have the potential for a strong reversal here. But for today, this is my last play. I'm basically going to, I have my position, and I'm not going to touch this. I'm not going to. If I get stopped out, I'm not switching positions. This is the last trade for the day. And then we come back with a positive, fresh new mind for Friday. Today, I'm going to enjoy this New Year's Eve. So, looking pretty good. I don't mind a big wick. It doesn't scare me, but a solid full candle close definitely is something different. I wish the market moved like this every day. It would be too easy. We're having a little bounce here. Year to date, 20%. I'll take it. That's a solid candle there. We have 2 more minutes for this close. 2 more minutes, guys. One more minute. And it's flirting with that red candle. This candle does have the momentum for a reversal. We might see a reversal coming into the next candle. It looks very strong. We'll see how it closes. A full candle that size, that's a solid sign of direction. And it's about to close. Oh yeah. We're just a few seconds from it closing. And it closed right there. Incredible. It closed right at the same level. But I see the momentum here. The reversal could happen. Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, we gotta let it do what it wants to do. New 15-minute candle here. For my options are free range to take this advantage of that downturn. And it's kind of holding at this level. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. Let's see what we're looking at here. If we go here, 16. Put up 400. Get a little bit more space, 350. I'll do 350. And I'll do 400. So we're basically just chilling here. 2 hours into the market open. Okay, 3 minutes into the new candle. This is looking promising. That was just a little scare there, but we can chop in this area. This could be the lows of the days, this range here. And this candle has been very red, which is good. We're 5 minutes in this 15-minute candle, and not once did it go above its opening, just small wick. Um, this is a good sign. This is a good sign. Could be a false breakout, and we could continue to sell lower, or this could be the new chopping range, and the market's just chopping this area. But at least it gives me hope for a further down move. Like I said, I'm looking for SPX to at least come down to this moving average. And I think this controlled sell-off continues. Now, I might have shot myself in the foot by getting another contract. I completely skewed my risk reward, but at the same time, it could be some big gains. Now, if this candle closes below this one, that's a good sign. That was a failed attempt to a reversal. But if it doesn't break below this one or the following one, we could be trading within this range. And that's what it's looking like. It looks like it's going to take a breather in this range. So we might be stuck here for some time. Want to break below there and close below there. We do not want to break above here. We'll see. That big wick down there, that's not good. We're 7 minutes into this candle. That big wick that you see here, that's not good. Could reverse and stop me out. Eight minutes. We have 7 minutes left on this candle. That's not good. That's a huge wick. This has the potential to explode up. There it goes. Tough cookies. Ooh, that broke above. Now we're looking at a reversal. That broke above this red candle. Not good. Again, this is why you set your limits and you don't react on any move. You trade your thesis, you put your positions, and you learn from it. Now, the only one mistake I do see that I did here is that I got a second contract. I shouldn't have done that. I'm not giving myself enough breathing room if this market wants to continue to sell off. That is the risk reward. We're seeing a wick there. Still very early on, but I kind of cut myself short here. That's really tight. If that closes above this red candle, it's definitely reversing to some degree, and I'm definitely going to get stopped out. We're 10 minutes in. We're 10 minutes in here. 5 minutes left for this candle. Massive fight here. Not much to do, just chill. We have 5 minutes left for this candle. Just testing people's emotions. Four minutes left for this candle. And we could be range bound between those two blue lines that I just plotted, the horizontal rays. We could be at this range here for some time. The momentum has slowed down and we are slowing down here in this range. And I definitely like to listen to some therapeutic while trading, therapeutic music, just to kind of put you at ease, give you some clarity, and not get wrapped up into price action. Two more minutes for this candle to close. Not the best looking candle, I'll tell you that much. You see these two green candles wanting to reverse, and then the selling pressure fighting this momentum of these two green candles. This wick, no bueno. We need a solid red candle. Even if it's just this body, we need a solid red candle. One more minute for this one to close. Just a few seconds for this to close. Wick is not good. This is not good. This bottom wick continues to show pressure to the upside. But there is a fight. It's not just a direct follow through. Might see a little chop here. Yep, here we go. Another green candle. Will it push above my 69.2350 line? Let's see. If it does, I'm very surely going to get stopped out. Getting a little doji candle there. Volume has died. Volume has died, and there's both buying and selling pressure. This would have been the better time to short right there. That would have been the better one. I think I shorted on the second contract around here. Very weak candle action. Very weak. Things have definitely slowed down for lunch break. And it's New Year's Eve. Volume is low. It looks like it wants to create a new bottom here. A little bit higher bottom. Consolidating here very slowly. So at this moment, it looks like I'm gonna get stopped out. It's definitely pushing. Uh, Having a mini pullback doesn't mean it's gonna be a complete reversal, but this is looking very strong. We have 8 minutes left for this candle to close, and yeah, I do feel like I'm gonna get stopped out pretty fast here. Yeah, it's pretty much gonna do it for the day. Locked in 400. I'm minus 300 from earlier, so I'll be up 100 for the day. Not too shabby. Shouldn't have doubled down that way, but I did. Taking back, and I still do believe that we go lower. So I'm just gonna let it do what it does. We have 8 minutes left for this candle, and it's looking very bullish. So it's definitely pretty aggressive. I'd be surprised if this candle or the next doesn't stop me out. We're seeing a wick here, pullback. It's still very early on, so yeah, I do believe we're going to continue to sell off to this point. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Seven minutes for this candle to close. Might give it a little bit of room. This looks like a good range to give it room above this candle here. So it looks pretty decent there. That's a good wick there. We have 5 minutes left. Incredible. We'll do 350. Four minutes left for this candle. Yep, here comes a reversal. 3 minutes left. We got 2 minutes left. Regardless, this is a very strong candle. Next candle is probably going to follow through. It's just points away. Two minutes left. It's right there. It's gonna stop me out. We're at 25 points. There we have it. Okay, that pretty much does it. We're pretty much a scratch day today. Not too shabby. We had some big opportunities. Not trading for a day. We're gonna just let it do what it does. I still have my options over here. I do believe we continue to sell off. That's kind of where we're at. But as far as this, I'm done for the futures. Make sure to follow, and we'll see if we do some more futures trading for 2026. That's the plan.